We've been waiting for a while now, and finally, Digimon Liberator is here! For those of you who aren't aware and haven't been paying attention, Digimon Liberator is not an anime or a new video game. I'll put that right out there, right out the front. Sorry if that's still what you're looking for. Digimon Liberator is, as of right now, a webcomic, and coming soon, a web novel as well, that will be coming out with a whole new Digimon story that is largely focused on the Digimon card game. And issues 0 and 1 have shown us very much at this point that this holds true. That it is extremely about the card game, not just showing off cards, but literally card battles within it. So, let us look at what Digimon Liberator is as it came out on April 25th. It's been a couple of days now. We've been able to gather things up. It's been released on multiple websites because things have happened. More spoilers have come out. We've seen more images of things that we hadn't seen beforehand. That gives us other indications. We have a more summary of what's going to happen in the novel side of things. So there is a lot to talk about. If you want to always know more about Digimon news, make sure to hit that subscribe button and always keep yourselves up to date about everything as it comes out. So first, let's look into what came out on April 25th was issue number 1 of Digimon Liberator. Now, if you are used to Digimon Dreamers, there's a couple of main things that are different about this compared to other manga that have come out before. This one is in color, which is not the biggest difference, but it looks pretty nice. As you're seeing some of the images behind me, the art is pretty well done in this. It's fairly well detailed. I am pretty happy with how it looks so far. I don't have any real complaints about any of that. It is an unusual vertical orientation, which makes it very interesting for me to grab some of these images and try to even show you just a little bit of what's going on here. But all in all, it works. I don't know why they want to go for this over the typical display. I'm assuming it's trying to make it easier to view on your phone, but that's my only guess. And if you're used to Digimon Dreamers, a single issue of this is a lot longer. Digimon Dreamers came out about 10 pages or so per chapter, where this, again, it's hard to say pages because of the unusual formatting, but there is a lot more to it, at least for issue 1. And I'm assuming they will keep the same length, though the first issue may always be different. We will have to wait and see. If you are looking and wondering how long we'll have to wait before we get our next issue of Digimon Liberator, supposedly it will be a fortnight, or every 2 weeks that we will get another example of the comic coming out. Now, one of the major complaints that have been coming out for it immediately was the loading time. If you scroll down on the website, you have to wait for quite a while for it to load, and it doesn't really seem to load much further down the page if you're not looking at it, so then you have to be looking at the loading symbol and waiting. It was a very rough experience the very first day it came out. So, if you go to Global Comics or Webtoons, I will have links down to these in the description below. You will be able to find a place where you can view the comic much better. There are no load times that I have found at all on these other websites, and you can just scroll through it at your leisure. For me, I even found you could zoom in or out much easier at a more variable degree, where on the website it was only you could go to super zoomed in or kind of zoomed in, where here you can control much more the amount that you zoom in or out, so therefore you can see more in like battle scenes. You can actually see the entire panel of what's happening. So I actually liked zooming it out a little more on some of those sites. Another thing that came out is it has its own theme song, which really has a lot of us wondering, Dreamers didn't have a theme song, Seekers didn't have a theme song. This really feels a lot like an anime. The drawings are good and there's lots of them. Is this a canceled anime? What happened with this that it has its very own theme song? But the promotional poster that also came with the theme song is pretty cool looking. It's very well drawn. It shows all of our characters, many of which we haven't even met yet in the issue. But if you zoom in here, you can see that these pink Digimon that they've been teasing all this time, that is supposedly going to be Owen's partner, is here. And this thing is freaking adorable. A lot of people have really liked this Digimon. They say it looks a little dragon. I think the ears and everything, it gives it a little more of a bat kind of look to me, I think. And the ruffle, I just kind of hope it's not a clown line, because I've never been a big fan of clowns. And trust me, with Digimon, you can make a scary clown. And not just in the very typical way. So let's look at least briefly into what we got in Digimon Liberator issue 1. I won't go super deep into it to get into spoilers. We can go into more of talking about it as we get more of a look overall. So the main thing that we establish as it first comes in is we sighted Leomon. Is he going to die? I mean, it's a card game. He's probably going to get beat up quite a bit, because most cards will. So, I mean, if he dies over and over again, does that count as keeping the curse and running gag up from all the other seasons? Or 2020 he lives, so he's safe? I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to go into spoilers. I'm just pointing out random things. There is this panel here where people are going nuts that this is Rika in the background, and because we're doing the 25th anniversary of Digimon, we're going to get cameos from everyone. Maybe. I have seen nothing that really confirms or denies this, but since it's the 25th anniversary of the anime, I don't think so. But hey, it's something that could happen. And we meet our main two humans, Shoto and Arisa. They are our two main humans that we will likely be following around, though given the posters and everything, there will be a lot more humans joining them. It looks like the cast will almost be as big as the original Digimon Adventure once we get deeper into this. And they start to establish what this world is. They show us summoning their partners, so you do have a specific partner that is registered to you, and these Digimon do talk to you, so we do have some Digimon with personalities within the card game, so I like to see that, because Digimon having personalities is what a lot of this is all about for me. That's what makes it better than the other competitive monster raising thing. So they show us what a friendly battle is like. If you don't know a lot about the card game, they do a fairly good job of explaining to you how the general card game works. It explains to you some of the key terms that are coming up, like jamming, security checks, option cards. It doesn't exactly explain the memory mechanic to you if you don't know about that. That's your research, and it tells you when your turn is over. They may end up explaining more of that. So if you are worried about you know nothing about the card game and you will be lost, so far I don't think you'll do too bad, because they don't show every single turn of these battles. They kind of brush over some things to show the cards, but not make it a grind of, every single card, every single turn showing you. And then they already start showing off some mysteries of a mysterious woman. We meet their Digimon that we assume are actually going to become their partner Digimon later. They're already stating that this is weird. Why are you here? Wait, why is this NPC here? What is this battle? These are weird cards. And they're really starting to build some intrigue and already breaking rules of the world that they've established. But the characters are saying, wait, this is wrong. There's always a difference between you ignoring a rule that you have established and just kind of ignoring it, or you break that rule and the characters go, wait a minute, that's not right. So you realize that the writers understand that, and that they will hopefully build off of this. Now, after coming off of Ghost Game not all that long ago, I'm not always sure that we will get a lot more about this, but there's hope. I, at least after one issue, am interested. I think they did a fine job of showing off some interesting things, giving us some fun personalities to play off of. Our main character especially doesn't seem to be someone that's, I'm good at everything and amazing, which I always like. Giving characters flaws makes them more human and easier to understand. And so I have hope for the webcomic as it's coming out. Now, as many of you also know, there is a web novel that is coming with Digimon Liberator. As of the time of recording, we still have not gotten a confirmation date of when it is being released, except that it is coming soon. Whenever that will be. The biggest thing that we do know about its release is there will be 3 months in between releases of the novel. 3 months? I'm going to have to make reviews of what happens in the novel so that when we get ready to read the next part of it, I can go watch my own video and remember what the heck happened after 3 months. That's a really long time in order to wait to figure out what's going to happen. Though we do get introduced to a little bit more of the story that will be happening with the novel, because it will be following different characters than the comic, where the people that are in the novel are just players that are getting caught up in this. The web novel will be following people who are part of the debug team, people that know more of the intrinsics of what's going on with the game, and possibly messing more with the code and understanding other parts of the game that these people may not be able to access. So that will give us an interesting dynamic of differences. Now, whether these two will ever really coincide, these characters will ever meet each other, we still don't know. And we are introduced in the character section to our new pair that will be joining Yuki and Impmon, Winner/Saikyo. I guess Winner is a username for them, and their partner, Fanbemon. Now, do be aware that Fanbemon is rumored to have a new line that it will be going down. So, from what we've heard and seen, it will likely not be going to Tiger Vespamon, which I know does disappoint some people that were really interested to see Tiger Vespamon take to this main stories outside of Cyber Sleuth, where we saw it quite a bit. Now, Impmon has also been rumored to have a new line, and that has been pretty much confirmed because we have been given the forms that appear to be his line moving forward. Now, if you wish to not know about what's coming up with Impmon, I will have a timestamp down below that you can click to go to the next part of this video so that you don't have to see it and won't be spoiled. I won't go very deep into it because we don't even know the names yet. Okay, you have been warned. Here we go. So, here is the look at what is supposed to be coming with Impmon. And as many people have looked at this and thought about it as, this looks a bit like a Guillemon line, but purple. It is a very interesting choice for Impmon. And a lot of people have also been pointing out that originally, at one point during development, Impmon was actually going to be Takato's partner, not Guillemon. And so having this kind of line could very well have been a discarded line from Tamers that is now been finalized and possibly being used. I'm okay with this line. Again, it seems like an odd fit for Impmon, but, you know, Digimon be Digimon. It goes wild sometimes. At least keeps the color. That's about it. And to wrap this up, there are a couple of other things that will be coming with Digimon Liberator that have been announced. There is a section on the website called Column. It's completely blank at this point, and once again, coming soon. I have no clue what this part really is. I'm guessing it is something to do with, like, news columns. Like, this would be the place where they put news or something. But at time of recording, I have no idea what column means. Hopefully we'll be getting something a little more. And on the product side of things, there is a new Digimon Pendulum coming. But I'll get more details on that when we go into the May news of Digimon. But the main thing that's coming out with Digimon Liberator, besides the cards that you've been hearing about, is the DStorage. The DStorage is what they call their Digivices, which hold their decks in the Digimon Liberator game. Now, are these going to be big enough that they will actually fit your cards, especially once you start putting some card sleeves on them, because they are physical things? Or are they literally just fancy deck holders? We don't have a lot of details on them yet. There are some images here, and so we know that they will be coming soon. So as of right now, that is what we've gotten from Digimon Liberator. We'll eventually be getting the novel, hopefully fairly soon. We'll be getting another issue of the webcomic in another 2 weeks, and we now have places that we can see it that aren't completely load intensive, and we know Owen's partner, and we will be able to enjoy a web novel 3 months in between. I just hope that with that extra time, they're allowed to take their time and translate it a lot better than Digimon Seekers was, because that was one of the biggest bars to really getting into and being able to enjoy Seekers for many of us, I'm sure. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope this has informed you about what Digimon Liberator is and hopefully what it is looking into the future. If you liked it, remember to give me a like and so that YouTube knows that I don't completely suck, and leave a comment down below of what you think the Digimon Liberator is going to be and what you're looking forward to. If you want to stay up to date, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And as always, everyone, remember to be awesome. Until the next one, take care.